I need to know who asked for this. Was it you? Did you ask for this? You back there? I know it was you. So apparently Hollywood's streak of making remakes and adaptations, multiple adaptations of the same IP, which is intellectual property for those who don't know, it's not ending anytime soon. News has come out that Luca Guadagnino is going to be readapting the iconic 2000 film American Psycho, the one we know, starring Christian Bale, which is based off of a novel. And supposedly this is not going to be a remake of the film from the 2000s. This is going to be an entirely different adaptation. We know what they're doing. We know what Hollywood is doing. We know that Hollywood wants IP. We know that they want to bank on things that they know that they have banked on before. We know that the original American Psycho with Christian Bale has a quote-unquote cult following to it. It is a film that is referenced so many times throughout pop culture. Now, a couple months ago, I definitely praised Luca Guadagnino for his film Challengers and talked about it because of the absolutely gorgeous cinematography. And so he is definitely going to bring that kind of indie vibe to the film, I feel. But I really don't know what more another adaptation of this story could add. I have not read the book. Maybe I might listen to the audiobook between now and then and we could talk about it. We're dealing with Hollywood here. And when you deal with remakes, you deal with people who want to reinterpret the original material. And I'm curious, like, how would you guys feel if the American Psycho was wokeified? Like, how would you guys feel if the American Psycho, the Patrick Bateman character, was Patricia Bateman or Patricia Bateman? Like, how would you guys feel if they made the original psychopathic character into a woman? Like, what if the lead character of American Psycho was a narcissistic, sociopathic, murderous woman in New York City? How would you guys feel about that? Please leave a comment below. I want to see the rage. Like, please just let me. This is entertainment here. We're here to laugh, okay? We're here to have a good time. We're here to speculate, okay? Luca Guadagnino is in his final negotiations for an interpretation of the book American Psycho by Bret Easton Ellis for Lionsgate. The film, which features a script by Scott Z. Burns, will not be a remake of the 2000 film, but a new adaptation of Ellis's novel. The original film adaptation starring Christian Bale was adapted by director Mary Harron from a screenplay by Harron and Guinevere Turner. I think I did know that the original director was a woman. We can't have anything. Nothing. The Lionsgate film, Nepo, will be produced by Fresney Films and executive produced by Sam Pressman, the son of Edward Pressman. Nepo. Producer of the first adaptation through his company, Pressman Film. We are thrilled to add another elite filmmaker to our upcoming slate, said Lionsgate Motion Picture Group Chair Adam Fogelson. Luca is a brilliant artist and the perfect visionary to create a whole new interpretation of this potent and classic IP. While the first film starring Christian Bale and directed by Mary Harron has gained a following over the years, sources say that rather than a remake, Guadagnino's film will be a new adaptation of Ellis's novel. The property is something the studio has been trying to crack for some time. What? These studios must literally be like, okay, American Psycho, Lion King, Back to the Future. They're literally looking through a Rolodex of past films, past IPs to think of what they can remake, what they can redo. So they probably have literally been holding on to American Psycho, looking for some rhyme or reason or way to bring it back. So another one of my favorite sites, IndieWire, asks the question, another American Psycho adaptation, is it too soon? Luca Guadagnino plans to make a new version of Bret Ellis's new novel. would come 25 years after the first. It faces some unique challenges. Written by Tom Brueggemann. What I love about IndieWire is that they're the definition of you gotta meet 2,500 words for this essay, or you're gonna lose points because they're gonna find something to talk about, okay? They're gonna find some angle, and I love that about them. This is the kind of announcement that is destined to raise eyebrows. Guadagnino is in a career sweet spot after Challengers and Queer this year. He already has many projects in the works, including Separate Rooms with Josh O'Connor, who was also in Challengers, and a Thomas Mann adaptation in early development. So why is he choosing to remake and for a film that doesn't seem that long ago? And I'm actually glad they mentioned that, because when I was reading and doing research for it, an article that I was reading said that American Psycho was made in 2000, that it was a comedy thriller, and I was like, that can't be right. For some reason, to me, American Psycho feels very 1994. Like, something about it feels very early 90s. And they might have made the film that way because films just do that. They just have that nostalgia feel, depending on the director. And then when I looked it up and saw that it actually was in 2000, so many great movies are made in 2000. I mean, if they came out in 2000, that means that they were made in 1998, 1999, which means that they were inspired by the years of 1995, 1996, 1994. That's kind of like the reason why I said it feels very like 1993, 1994, because when the conception of a movie to when it's in pre-production to when it's written to when it's actually in production to when it actually comes out is actually such a long period of time that movies can feel sometimes even dated by the time that they actually come out. Even if the movie feels like 1994, it doesn't feel so long ago that it needs a remake. This is actually freaking me out because the Back to the Future series is one of my favorite movies ever. And if they find some way to remake Back to the Future, I'm gonna literally puke, okay? New versions of older films are not unusual. Even the word remake is tricky here. Does that apply with adaptations? American Psycho is, in part, connected to the most common genre for remakes, horror. In the last 25 years, we've seen retreats of 20th century IP like Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, The Exorcist, and Night of the Living Dead, among others. There are also gender swaps. What women want becomes what men want. And radical shifts, Heaven Can Wait becomes Down to Earth. Budgeted at $7 million, the 2000 film was not a huge success at $34 million worldwide, but it was profitable. More importantly, while initial reviews range from bloody banality to Christian Bale is heroic, it's now regarded as a distinctive take on recent contemporary society, violence, and all. So they got a picture of Taxi Driver here that they're referring to. And I'll even go as far as to mention Joker. They know that Joker did so well, especially now that Joker has pissed people off. They're probably like, this is the time now. Let's bring out a movie about a man who gets his revenge on society. If anyone out there, any males out there want to make a movie, male rage is definitely very popular. On my way home from my miserable life as a delivery driver, I was thinking of how I can fill in the gap that was created by Todd Phillips for failing fans for the second Joker movie. Now, if you have seen my Joker review at this point, you know that I don't feel like he failed people, but I do know that there are people that want to see movies where someone takes revenge on society, okay? Someone has male rage and he takes his male rage revenge on society. There's also a huge gap for female rage, but female rage gets a lot of pushback. You see on this channel, I eat that shit up, okay? I love it. We analyze it, we break it down, we criticize it, we do all those things. I mean, this was months ago now when I talked about the rapper Drake, one of his most recent albums, Her Loss. And I talked about his whole drama with Halle Berry, about how he's in his misogyny era and how his lyrics and his music has gotten very more aggressive towards women. He is, for example, someone who has profited off of male rage. If there's any male filmmakers out there who are looking for something to get into, we see the Red Pill podcasters. Male rage is very, very lucrative and very popular. Free game. Taxi driver. It's a description that might fit classics like A Clockwork Orange, Taxi Driver, Midnight Cowboy, Requiem for a Dream, and Trainspotting, none of which have been remade yet. American Psycho is now a cult classic rather than Criterion Collection, but it's admired for Bale's career-making performance. Among other things, it's one of his most patented body transformation roles, in this case to peak physical condition. Oh, I don't remember. What did he look like in that movie? This is what I remember. Don't ask me why I remember this scene the most. It's very sad. Not Tom Cruise as the true American Psycho. Ignore my interest page. I'm just been on a Menendez brothers binge lately. I watched a Netflix series about the Menendez brothers, and now YouTube is like just giving me so much Menendez brothers content. Actually, this is so funny because if you look in the corner, you see the last thing I was watching was Eric Menendez. That's why I'm saying I did watch a video that did call Tom Cruise the real American Psycho. Oh my God. Still, there's room to grow. Ellis's American Psycho novel was controversial upon publication. Its protagonist is white, privileged, racist, classist, homophobic, and sexist. Not much has changed. Am I right? And Heron's film veered considerably from the source. Its development path included David Cronenberg, Oliver Stone, yada 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 yada. Any variable would have led to very different results. All that, plus Guadagnino's own distinctive vision and style. Casting will be critical, especially with Bale comparisons. Guadagnino actors like Timothy Chalamet and Drew Starkey are among many possibilities. Please no. Please no. No. This is my plea right here. No to Timothy Chalamet. No. Give somebody else a fucking chance, please. The same way y'all dig looking for old films to remake, books that have already been made to films to remake. I need y'all to, on the Backstage website, and find an actor who could really use a role like this. Find someone we haven't seen before. Find someone who's not an A-list. Find someone who is not in a blockbuster like Timothy. Please. No. You don't go from Christian Bale to Timothy Chalamet. I'm sorry. No. That being said, who should play Patrick Bateman in the new American Psycho from Luca Guadagnino? I said, whoa, who would it be if it was woke? If it was a woman, who would it be? And here you go. From Variety, who should play Patrick Bateman by Katsi Stefan. Below, Variety has assembled a list of the best suited actors to compare business cards, do 1,000 stomach crunches, and wield a chainsaw with glee. Let us piss people off. Let's go. Joker fully ado to lose $150 million to $200 million in theatrical run after bombing at the box office. Okay, this is an aside, but I want to know who bombed that movie, because there was such a strong cult following for the original. Who said the movie was horrible and bombed it? Honestly, I thought that my review would get a little bit more views and feedback, but as I've noticed in this content creation game, people want to hear what they want to hear. If you have any kind of dissenting opinion, as much as certain people like to say like, oh, you just don't want people who don't agree with you. They too also don't want to listen to people who they don't agree with. It might actually scare someone, the people that I listen to and the type of videos that I listen to, because I feel like it only just strengthens my own inner voice, my own inner points and opinions when I listen to people who I don't agree with. But a lot of people want to hear people who they agree with. Well, it's my opinion that I feel like people won't even click on my video if they think that I'm even saying that the movie wasn't that bad. They want to listen to nonstop videos talking about how horrible Joker was. And I actually had a comment on my video who was like, wow, you actually made me see it in a different light. It's bombing at the box office this bad, means that you guys haven't even given it a chance. You haven't even gone to see it, even on $5 Movie Tuesday. So just give it a chance and not be a follower, because that's what you are. You're a follower. If you're just listening to people on YouTube and people on Twitter talk about how horrible it is and how much it didn't, fulfill these expectations that you wanted it to have, and you didn't go see it, you're a follower. You're a follower. That being said, to hear that it's bombing like this, it's pretty upsetting actually, because it was not that bad. And you followers who didn't even give the movie a chance, despite how much of a fan you were of the first one, I mean, you get you get exactly what you fucking deserve, right? Remakes of American Psycho. You get exactly what you fucking deserve. Lots of subscribers for saying that. If you haven't seen my video, Men's Don't Control Me, okay? From Variety's list, we have Jacob Elordi. Elordi hasn't starred in a Guadagnino film before, but he collaborated with the director on a recent Channel No. 5 ad campaign alongside his Wuthering Heights co-star Margot Robbie. Could that lead to his casting in the next project? We know Jacob Elordi from Saltburn. We know him from Euphoria. He's not like a super big A-list actor or anything like that, so it wouldn't be a complete travesty for him to be in the movie. But no, this is an easy choice. Like, don't make easy decisions. Like, he already is playing a psycho in Euphoria. He's already Patrick Bateman in high school form. Give us something new. Give me something good. Yeah. Okay, Charles Melton. No. We know that this is going to bring the racism out. I mean, anytime you try and do something different, the racism is always going to jump out. But no. I think that Patrick Bateman is supposed to be conventionally waspy, which is white, Anglo-Saxon, Protestant, white guy. So even if you have like white adjacent type of guy, he still has to have like mainstream looks, Like, I feel like he should be he should feel like a Bermuda shorts and boat shoes and sweater around the neck type. That's how he should feel. Aubrey Plaza. It should come as no surprise that Hollywood's reigning princess of darkness would appear on this list. It would be thrilling to see Plaza's typically comedic intensity interpreted for the status-obsessed yuppie serial killer Patrick Bateman. Perhaps more thrilling would be simply casting Plaza to fill his suit and loafers without a full-on Ghostbusters-style gender reboot. But again, now that I'm thinking of it, doesn't he murder a woman in the movie? Okay, there's some homoerotic elements to this, which I had a suspicion. From what I remember, I've seen the movie twice, but it's been a while. And as you guys know, I watch so many hundreds of movies and TV shows. I don't remember all the plots of all of them. So I would imagine, considering that Luca Guadagnino is known for his queer films, that element, it might have been played up a lot more in the book, so that might be played up a lot more, which should be interesting. Later, Bateman murders a model and stores her severed head in his freezer. The next day, he invites his secretary to the apartment. He prepares to kill them. Okay, so he kills some men and some women, and so it's just so little information out about the movie right now. I don't think this needs to be done, but like I said, male rage is very profitable and they're trying to capitalize off that. Dev Patel, despite an impressively wide-ranging filmography, we've never seen Patel sink his teeth into a true villain role. I think that's true. I mean, I've only seen a couple of his films, but it's also like, I know, like, why is it so hard to cast somebody that nobody knows? I mean, I guess this article can't do that, right? They have to, it's just speculation for fun, right? Finn Wittrock. All right, I changed my mind. I know that I said that it should be a nobody. What? Finn Wittrock. Yes. Okay. Yes. I could definitely see that. But you know what? It's actually so hard for actors to transition from television to movies. And so to see him transition from television to movies, it might be hard. He's played this character before. Wittrock's already played a killer clown. Is a killer Wall Street yuppie that much of a stretch? No, it's not. No, this guy can actually do it. Finn Wittrock could do it. And he's got the looks. He's got that thing when I was rubbing my fingers together. He has that waspy Upper West Side sweater around the neck, Bermuda shorts and boat shoes vibe that I was talking about. He does have that vibe. He does have that look. He's done this before. And so that's like my only reservation, is that he's done it before, that I feel like I want something new. But he could do this. Finn Wittrock could do this. Will Poulter. This is actually fun because I can have dissenting opinion. Will Poulter feels like the kind of guy you trust to watch your drink at a bar. No, the fuck he doesn't. Not with them eyebrows. Nuh-uh. Which is exactly what would make him such an interesting Bateman. Y'all just saying anything at this point. He recently portrayed literal golden boy Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy, but has the range to play a total ass. He does. He has a very jerky vibe that he can play, and the eyebrows make him like that. He's played kind of childhood bully roles as well. He is a unique beauty. Now me, I love unique beauty. I love unique beautied men, unique beauty women. I feel like Patrick Bateman has to have a stereotypical everyday beauty. Finn Wittrock has that look where anyone can look at him and see he's beautiful. They try to piss us off today. They try to piss us off. Absolutely the fuck not. Margaret Qualley. What if Patrick Bateman was a girl boss? Given her the substance character's fixation with looking perfect, it's almost too easy to picture Qualley methodically peeling off an herb mint facial mask in front of the mirror as her piercing eyes bore into camera. Sure, but no. I'm not familiar with this actor, Drew Starkey. Starkey may have hit it big for the teen series Outer Banks, but he's poised for a major breakout when Guadagnino's Queer. Okay, so he was in another film of his in which he stars opposite Daniel Craig, and it hits theaters this November. He's like halfway between unique looking and waspy stereotypical. I'm just gonna keep doing this. Okay, I'm just gonna keep doing this. You know what this is? This is je ne sais quoi. And in film, it's not black or white, right? It's a lot of je ne sais quoi, okay? The Good Place fans have been on Jacinto train for years, but it seems the rest of the world finally caught up after his performance as a scoundrel Quamir in Star Wars series The Acolyte. Now, don't get me wrong, he fine, okay? He is fine. Harris Dickinson. Okay. This picture that they used of him, horrible. Yeah, he's got the je ne sais quoi. Harris Dickinson does look a bit young and might be a little bit too Abercrombie. You know, he might be a little too Hollister. He's a great actor though. I know he will play the fuck out of that role. If we want Patrick Bateman to veer on the younger side, yeah, I could see Harris Dickinson. He is British though. Okay, there's a lot of American actors who would absolutely die for this opportunity. I actually wonder if it's a money thing that Hollywood has been lately giving roles to foreign actors because foreign actors want to break into the American market. So I'm wondering if foreign actors, like actors from England and Australia and South American, if they are undercutting American actors financially. You know I'm gonna get in their ass about the money. But I wonder if perhaps English actors, Australian actors, or South African actors are undercutting American actors by maybe charging less. If they're not in the union, American studios don't have to pay them union dues, them union fees. Okay, if there's any actors who can give some more insight into this and then we can investigate it later, please make sure you leave a comment below. I would love to know if foreign actors are undercutting American actors out of these roles. And the fact that the Harriet Tubman movie did not go to a Black American woman who has a history of American chattel slavery in the country, who probably really needs it, who could probably have really, really changed the life of herself and her family and friends, people who are all descendants of American chattel slavery, and it went to a British woman. There's so many topics that we can talk about on this channel. There are so many topics we gonna get into on this channel. Okay, Cooper Coke. Well, I just finished the Netflix series Monster, the Menendez brothers story. Cooper was playing Eric Menendez in the series. As they say, we know it's a little on the nose to suggest that the actor playing convicted killer Eric Menendez in Ryan Murphy's Monsters played Patrick Bateman, but it's too delicious of an idea to pass up. So I do agree with this. He does have the je ne sais quoi. He does have the waspy vibe, but he was just in the Menendez. Hold on, I need to Google him. Is he related to you-know-who's? He's been a breakout star of this series, so he's gonna get mad stuff from this. Cooper was born in LA. Father Billy Koch works in film in the visual effects department. His grandfather is producer Hawk Koch, an American film producer, and the former president of both the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences and the Producers Guild of America, and a former road manager for the musical groups The Supremes and the Dave Clark Five. Koch serves on the board of directors for AMC Entertainment, the Motion Picture and Television Fund, the Producers Guild of America, and the National Film Preservation Foundation. I'm not saying nothing. And his great-grandfather was film producer and director Howard W. Koch. In 1964, Paramount Pictures appointed him head of film production, a position he held until 1966. He had a production pact with Paramount for over 15 years. Among his numerous television productions, Howard W. Koch, the grandfather of Cooper Koch, who starred in the Ryan Murphy series Monsters, produced the Academy Awards, the Oscar show, on 8 occasions. He served as president of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences from 1977 to 1979. I'm not saying nothing. It says it all. Lucien Laviscount, the resident charmer of the loved and hated Emily in Paris, Laviscount brings an alluring, earnest nature to his roles as Alfie. He uses charisma, which is likely why his name's been floated as the next James Bond, but allows us to suggest that he plays against type. It's hard to picture him as a killer. Isn't that exactly why Bateman gets away with it? Out of all of these people, I'm gonna have to go with Finn. I think that he could definitely kill this role. He has the je ne sais quoi. He has the waspy vibe. He literally is the all-American type. Classic, good looks. I'm voting for Finn Wittrock. Finn Wittrock for Patrick Bateman. Wittrock 2025, okay? Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please let me know what you guys think about these choices. Make sure you leave a comment, rate, subscribe, share this video with your movie-loving friends. If you would like to support this channel, because like I told y'all, your girl is basically laid off at this point from the film industry, you can do so with the links to my Cash App or PayPal in the description box. And I will catch up with you guys in the next one. Peace.